Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down, Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Garoppolo to Ayuk. First down, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Here's Walker. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, Walker. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Walker, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
A gain of 2.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Here's Walker from the gun on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Rolling to his right, and his throw is incomplete.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Running the counter with Mostert.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
The 20, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there, and what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down, 49ers.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is Mostert. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Play action, Garoppolo.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Mike Edwards picks it off.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw He couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Could have gone with the ground game there, opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Walker, off play action. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. To throw is Walker, operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 6-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
To George Kittle.
George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
From the gun, Walker. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. But the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Walker. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Walker on 1st and 10. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Walker. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
7-yard line.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On the sneak is Garoppolo. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jimmy Garoppolo. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Walker now back to the air on second down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Operating from the gun, Walker, and tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Walker, throwing on 4th down, and he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Nick Bosa, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And 7.
Walker to throw on 3rd down. And Eifert has it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
For the Buccaneers.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Walker. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Walker. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Jake Elliott on.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
There he goes, right side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Jake Elliott on 4th.
Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
The score, Niners.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Man, we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. He's got a man, complete.
Garoppolo.
That's good for 28 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's Garoppolo to throw.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Buying time. And now Garoppolo lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
He'll look to set up his blockers. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
38-yard line.
To throw is Walker on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They'll go with Jones. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen. And you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays, they want it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to kick it away.